Oh, sorry.
Like this. Cruising down the street in my 6'4", jocking the bitches, slapping the hoes. Went to the park to get the scoop.
Rest in
Knuckleheads
peace.
out there.
All right. What did we watch?
We just watched Straight Outta Compton.
Straight Outta Compton.
Because if they called it NWA, it wouldn't have been appropriate.
It wouldn't have.
Yeah.
There were only like 4 people in the theaters.
Yeah, including us too.
Yeah, it was just us and like 2 other people. It was great. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Why don't we change it up? Let's go. You want to give your rating?
What? We're gonna give our ratings already?
Yeah, we're gonna change this up just in case I run out of memory.
Okay, my rating for the film. Are we doing a 10 scale?
Yeah.
Okay, my rating for the film would be like a 7.89.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Why? Is that low for you? Or?
No, I was actually gonna give it an 8. Also.
Okay. Well, I didn't give it an 8. I gave it a 7.89.
I know, but you're like very close.
Yes.
How come?
I think that, well, when you do like films about autobiography, or not autobiography, but like biopics, like this, and it tells you the story. A lot of times, especially for me, since I grew up rough like them, you know what I'm saying? So I knew what I knew what it was like, in the early '90s.
God.
It was hard. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, there's a lot of truth to it, but I felt like there was also a lot of things that I felt maybe they didn't touch on enough, or maybe they left it a little out. I also thought it was weird. It was really weird the way they depicted Death Row Records, like it was some sort of like big man nasty cult or something, where they have like this party room. And they have like this buff guy who's in a diaper.
They had like a torture chair.
Yeah, and like, well, that's symbolic because they're Death Row Records.
For sure.
It's like a guillotine, or not a guillotine, like an electric chair.
For sure.
But they had this like guy, big buff guy in a diaper, and he was like, and they had this dog at all times, and they were telling the big buff guy, they're like commanding him to do things. I just didn't get it. Like, I don't understand. They didn't really explain why they were like that.
Yeah.
Part of me almost felt like it was just hate. Like Dr. Dre probably just had a lot of hate build up inside of him and just wanted to like paint Death Row Records as like some sort of crazy group or something like that. I don't know. So there's that. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, I'm coming at it from a different perspective because it's like I was still really young when all this stuff was going. Like, I don't really know anything about this, and I only know the people depicted in that movie like the way they are now, like
Easy.
No, well,
like where he is now.
Gosh, you're so mean. Too soon. But like Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, and then they put in like Tupac and like Snoop Dogg and like and it's like, I don't know, like I just think of like the stuff that's made popular on Vine. No offense, but like, like it's interesting how like
what's made popular on Vine?
Like the
Bye Felicia thing?
Well, that too, and like the cruising down the street, my 6'4". Okay. I'll show it to you later.
Okay.
But it's interesting how like these stories hold up to like a different generation. And I think, I mean, other than that, I think it was very well done. Like it had a little bit of everything. I don't know, cause like I like those kinds of movies, like I like Selena, like where it's about someone
who dies at the end.
Well, but like that they can like tell the story of something that happened in the past
behind the music, and then you see that kind of, and then basically real life is what the sequel is, like real life shows what all this that came before
Right.
led to.
And I think also like there are some people that get movies made about them, and you're like, why do they have a movie? Like they don't deserve it. But I think like this story,
Richard Hawkins?
huh?
Like Richard Hawkins?
Like Justin Bieber. Anyway,
okay.
or One Direction.
But those aren't biopics.
No,
though.
for sure,
Those are-
for sure.
Those are like just concert.
Yeah.
things.
But
Yeah.
but like this was a story that deserved to be told, and I think it was done very well.
Yeah, I think these stories always tend to end abruptly. I think that's what made Selena such a great biopic, is that it ends. I mean, it ends right where it ends.
It ends where it ends.
You can't go further than that. I was wondering how much focus they were going to put on Eazy-E. I didn't realize that like Eazy-E was going to kind of encompass most of the story. You know, I thought he was probably going to they're going to show his death like maybe halfway through the film, and then talk about like what happened after. You know,
I mean, because I had no idea about other than what happened with him. I had no idea what happened, like with how everyone broke up and like they all started their own labels, and it just became like a big crazy.
That's true.
Mess of things.
That's true, because like I didn't really know. I knew Dr. Dre left Death Row, and like there was this whole beef for a while about Dr. Dre. Even like Tupac was like hating on Dre in his songs and stuff. And nobody really understood why. Or it's not. The fans never really knew why Dr. Dre. I guess he didn't really retaliate or anything. He just kind of left Death Row because they were tied into a contract by Suge Knight, where it's like they have to do like I think it's 3 albums, and they have to produce 3 albums,
Wow.
and or else they don't get anything.
Wow.
So that's why Dre left. He didn't make more. I think he only had like 2 albums under Death Row, and then he left, so he lost all the money that he made from them.
That's crazy.
So, and I think that's kind of why Tupac hated working for Death Row in the end too, and that's why there's all that controversy about Suge Knight's the one that killed Tupac because Tupac wanted out just like Dr. Dre. I don't know. But yeah, I guess it's interesting now if you're looking at it the perspective of Dre realizing like Eazy-E died and all that beef is what made things difficult for them, you know, in the long run. And all they really wanted to do was just make records and like, you know, be cool with each other. So if that's the true story, I think that's good that they actually conveyed that in a not blatant but a very real subtle way that came off really good narratively.
Yeah, I think like the actors were really good. I mean, that's like that's like what makes or breaks any like biopic movie. Like if these people have to play the part, and like they got Ice Cube's son, you know, like, and it's like
they got slush ice, whatever. What's smaller than an ice cube? I don't know.
Oh my god, like a snowflake.
Slushy snowflake. They got snowflake.
Oh my god, he was great. Like, I think, and from what I was reading, like it was recognized.
I have to agree. I think Ice Cube's son was probably the best actor in the film. He did really well. That one, my favorite scene, honestly, is the scene where he comes in with a bat and rolls in with like other guys, and he's like, "You don't know who you're messing with." I'm like, I'm a real G, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come in here with a hood on, wearing all black with my boys, and we're gonna F this up. If you think you can screw me over like you did Willie Nelson or something, I don't know.
That was good.
Or the California Raisins.
We're good. That was good. Anything else?
Would you recommend it to your parents?
No. I mean, it's probably for my parents, they'd probably watch it if it's on TV or something.
Oh, okay.
But I want to get this on DVD. I would.
Blu-ray.
Blu-ray. No, on
or
like
digital download.
oh gosh.
Stream it on Netflix.
No, they gotta go old school. Like they had like cassette tapes and like
Cassette
phones
tapes.
with
Betamax.
phones with antennas.
VHS, yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious if they released it on VHS.
You're gonna sit here.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's I don't know, because then it also brings to mind like, just the it kind of it ties in with stuff that's currently going on too, which strikes a chord. So
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
That stuff kind of, I mean, it was honest to an extent, because I mean, you know, I'm sure police did operate with much more brutality than, you know, we know that's true because of the whole Rodney King and the riots and stuff like that. But I mean, you know, it's still a hard topic to, you know, to touch on.
For sure. But I mean, overall, I think, I don't know, it appealed. Like it brings like older generations and newer generations. Cool.
Very true.
This is a good review. All in the dark. Sorry.
Yeah, it reminds me of when I was a kid and I was like so scared of. I was scared of those guys who had like the big, like plaid wool short shirts and like the shaved heads and everything. Like I would see them all the time. You know, I was so scared of them. Like they would just roll up like up next to you and just like pick on you because you're a kid and you're small. Like, you know, I'm not gonna name names of some people I knew who were, you know, in the church like that. But
oh my goodness.
no, seriously, a lot of guys were like that back then. It was scary. So yeah, like in the early scenes. So yeah, I do miss the 90s, but at the same time, those 90s were rough, especially the early 90s.
It's interesting to just look at it because I was a baby back then, so I didn't know.
Yes, so was I technically.
But yeah, so this anything else?
No.
This? All right, so this concludes our review for Straight Outta Compton. Even though there's probably like a bunch of reviews already because we watched it so late.
I know.
It's okay.
We need to watch movies more often and more frequently. Girl.
It's okay. It's just part of our tradition. It's not about the likes or the views. It's about the heart.
Yes. Very true.
Heart. The heart for hip hop and rap. Okay, bye.
Okay,
Say
bye.
bye-bye.
Bye.